Hi everyone, I'm Coach Gigi and welcome to my TUT workout. Today we have a nice and spicy core workout for you. We'll just need one piece of equipment today, that is your ankle straps. So start with them on and we'll be using them in and out of the workout. What I would suggest today is having a nice light TUT plate on that TUT trainer today. I'm working with 2 5s either side. We want to make sure that we're focusing on proper form today and therefore giving ourselves just enough resistance to really target those muscles. If you think that you can work with a little bit more, please do. Please add it on as we go. So we'll get nice and warm first. We'll do a big stretch up to the sky. Inhale and exhale. 2 more just like that. Slowing our mind, focusing in on what we're about to do today. And release. Meet me down in a downward dog position. We are going to stretch into those calf muscles, and then we're going to send our weight forwards over those wrists. Drop those hips down, and I want you to just breathe into this stretch here. Warming up that core. Now zip up that belly button to spine as you press back into another downward dog. Pedal those feet out. Breathe into this here. Send those hips right back down and release. Breathe into this. We have 1 more just like this. Send those hips up. Pedal those heels down. Final stretch, pushing those hips to the ground and release. Good. We'll drop those knees now. We'll send our hips back into a child's pose. We'll just tell the body that we're about to work it really, really hard. And we'll breathe in here. Good. Rolling up that spine now. Send your weight back into those heels. Rolling up. Nice. And slowly. We'll just do a couple of head rolls. We'll take it from one side to the other. And back. Good. And then we'll do some lovely wrist rolls. We'll take them outwards. And then we'll take them inwards. Reverse. We'll be stabilizing a lot today. We have 3 different circuits. They're 3 moves each, and we'll do them 3 times. So it's magic 3s today. We're gonna work really, really hard. We're gonna feel very, very satisfied. So without further ado, we are going to strap both of our ankles into the TUT trainer. So having that nice 5 on each side, or heavier, whatever you feel like, or just working with 1. But I want you to now strap yourself in at the bottom, and I will show you our first 3 exercises. So get yourself set up. And we're going to turn around first. Walk yourself out and give yourself a bit of tension in those legs to begin with. We're going to send our hips up, and we're going to jump both feet in and both feet back out to a plank. Now, if this is going to get a little bit too intense for you, the modification for this movement is going to be a nice little walk up with those toes until we feel that ab crunch there, and take it all the way back down. Ooh, I have come out of that carabiner. That's okay. We're just going to readjust and get ourselves back in. So don't worry if this happens to you at home. This is very normal. We're just going to reset, and we're going to send both of them back in again. If this happens at any point during the workout, don't worry at all. Just reset and get yourself back in. You can always pause and restart the video or put it back to wherever we were. So that was in and out with those. Once we've done that, the progression is going to be walking in and back out. Still going to give you that nice bit of tension. We're then going to turn over onto our backs. We're going to do a bit of a Pilates one here. So I want you to glue your back to the ground. We're going to send our hips up into a tabletop position, and we're gonna tap our feet to the ground and up like that. So I want you to maintain that bend in those knees in that position. That's gonna really target this lower abdominal area, which is actually really, really difficult to target. So hopefully you're pleased with this one today, but it might be new muscles that we don't typically work. So stay with me. We're then gonna do a boat rock. We'll send those hips all the way, so we'll send those legs up even all the way, and we'll rock forwards and back. We'll use that tension to engage that core and stay nice and controlled. If this is too difficult for you, I want you to maintain that tabletop position, but I want you to just crunch up and down here instead. Sometimes full extension is a little bit tough on those hamstrings, so just stay with me if that's you today. So those are our first 3 moves. We'll then pause for 30 seconds whilst we transition into the new circuit after that. So we've got 3 moves in this position, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and we'll do it 3 times before we move on to the next circuit. All right, if that was too complicated for you, just stay with me. I'll explain it all again later. Okay, so we're ready for action. If we can't do that plank, that's okay. We're gonna walk those toes in. 3, 2, and 1. Let's get going, TUT team. In and out. We're gonna get fired up today, making sure that those shoulders are over those wrists, getting nice and heavy with it. Excellent. Stay with me. You can go up to those fingertips if that feels better for your wrists. We're gonna stay here. Keep going. If you need to slow that tempo down, that's fine. Squeezing that core in. 3, 2, and 1. All right, onto our backs. Nice transition into those Pilates toe taps. Readjust. Send it back and lift those knees to the sky in 3, 2, and 1. Tap it down and up, gluing that back onto our mats. Breathing in here. Now, this is the modification. If you want to make it a little bit more advanced today, I want you to lift your head and shoulders up and feel that core engage. Good. Stay with me. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Breathing in here. Release those arms. We're going to go into the boat rock. So forwards and backwards with that motion. Use that tension. I'm already getting nice and fired up. 3, 2, 1. Send those knees up. And by knees, we mean feet and knees, whatever works for you. So full straight leg, squeezing that core. Or we're going to take that regression into a nice little rock here. So just lifting that head and shoulders above. We're gonna breathe here. Stay with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, deep breaths. We've got 30 seconds rest. So take this opportunity to transition all the way back. And if it feels good for you, breathe in to that child's pose. So we're getting things nice and spicy today. Really targeting that core. Enjoy this rest period before we go right back into things. Roll it up. Take a deep breath into the sky. Release that there. That's it, 30 seconds is up. We're going straight back in. Meet me in that high plank. We're jumping in and out. Let's go. In and out. Let's get fired up today, everyone. Make it count. Stay with me. Remember, if this is getting too much, we walk those feet in and out. Good. But if you can do the full jump in and out, that's what we want. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Drop those knees. Turn it around. Give yourself enough distance from that TUT trainer to send those knees up, to tap them down. Deep breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Tapping down and up. Stay with me. Keep breathing. Squeezing that core, zipping it down, keeping that knee nice and bent. We should be focusing on the abs here rather than taking the strain in those legs. If you like, you can take your hands behind your head. That might help things too. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Take that rest. Breathe it in. We're about to do those boat rocks. Forwards and back. So either feet up, full extension into that pike position, or a nice little rock backwards and forwards in that tabletop. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Whoop. Find what works for you today, rocking forwards and back, keeping it there. And then if we're getting nice and comfortable with that, send those legs up if we can. Send them up, forwards and back. Woo! It's hard to control. That really is the advanced version. 10 seconds. Stay with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Or feeling every single abdominal activate. Take that 30-second break, flipping right back over. Breathe into either that child's pose or stay nice and lifted on top of those legs. Perhaps leaning backwards and releasing any tension you've been holding here. This is our final time with this circuit, so I want you to really give it absolutely everything you've got. If you haven't been doing the difficult versions, I really want you to challenge yourself now to do those this time, okay? Then we'll be moving on to single legs after this. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds goes by really quickly when you're not working. Here we go. Right back in it, everyone. Last time you do this. In and out. Remembering we can take that weight up into those fingertips if that's too much on our wrists. I want you to keep your feet together. They naturally will be together in this position anyway. But even so, give me a full jump if you haven't tried one yet. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees. Turn it around. Stay with me, friends. Deep breaths. Roll it down that spine. Give yourself some tension. Glue your back. 3, 2, and 1. Legs up, tapping it down and up. Now, as you can see, I'm not wearing shoes today. I love to just feel my feet on the ground. It's what happens when you grow up as a dancer. I like to do everything barefoot. 10 seconds. Keep squeezing. Keep activating all of this good stuff. Come on, it's core, baby. 3, 2, and 1. Let that go, release that tension. Here we go. All right, we have one final boat rock. You've got this. If you haven't already, send those legs up as high as you can and rock it forwards and back. Stay strong with me. 3, 2, 1. Lifting up, forwards and back. Rock with me. Control it. Use that tension. Time under tension. Here we go. Halfway. Squeeze with me. Rock forwards and back. Control. If you need to take it down to that tabletop, give me more momentum. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that there. Come all the way up to sitting. Fantastic work. 30 seconds off as we transition and as I show you our next exercise. All right, we're going to keep one leg clipped in. I want you to release one side and keep one nice and tucked in. We've got 3 movements now in this next circuit, so making sure that that tension is behind your ankle there. We are going to be in a forearm plank position, but with our knee down, and I want you to drive that knee into your chest and back out. So in and out. We're going to get that as fast as possible. Really work those upper abs. Our second movement in this circuit is going to be a nice high plank. We're going to drive that knee forward again, and then we're going to take it to our elbow and back. Forwards, elbow, and back. If that's a little bit too difficult for you today, I want you to stay on that knee, and I want you to drive it forwards, elbow, and back. Then our third move is going to be a nice oblique crunch. So stay nice and lifted, shoulder over elbow, drawing that energy all the way up into a straight line there. We're going to lift that leg up, and we're going to fully crunch elbow to knee and extend, like so. Now, if that's too difficult for you, just wanted to tap your knee and out, like that. You're still going to work that same muscle group. This is just a little bit harder. Okay, all right, I've chatted for too long now. We're going to get straight back into it. 3 moves, 3 times, 30 seconds off on, 10 seconds off. Okay, meet me there. 3, 2, and 1. Forearm, driving it in and out. Good, let's go. In and out. Work that tension. Drive that knee in. Good, stay nice and mobile over those elbows, forwards and back. Good. Stay with me. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, let that go. Take a rest, readjust. We're going into those spiders, forwards, elbow, and back. Remembering we can take it down to our knee if we need. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, and 1. Take it up. Let's go. Forwards, elbow, and back. Forwards, elbow, back. Shoulders over wrists here, always making sure we're nice and stable and centered. We don't want any poor weight distribution in this position. Good, stay with me. Working that oblique. Good. First circuit is almost finished. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, turning over. Get nice and lifted, shoulder over elbow, lift that leg up, getting ready to crunch. 3, 2, and 1. Crunch it in, send it out. Good. Stay nice and lifted, remembering if this is too difficult, tap it and extend. Just tap it. Good, but if you can't really drive it up, work that crunch. Squeeze it in. Good. Get nice and lifted. We're almost there. First circuit's almost done. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take that 30 seconds rest. I did promise. Take your breath. Good. Readjust whatever you need. Take a drink. This is the perfect time. If this is all feeling a little bit easy, this is also a great time to add some more resistance, whatever we need to do today. All right, 10 more seconds until we've got to get back to work. All right, stay with me. Deep breaths. Getting ready into that forearm plank position, keeping one leg on the ground. 3, 2, and 1. Drive that in and out, in. Squeeze that core, belly button to spine. Staying mobile through those shoulders. We got this, TUT team. We got this. Good, work that resistance. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Deep breaths. Shake it out. Getting ready to go into those spideys. We're going to drive that knee forwards to the elbow and back. If that's a little too intense for you to be on the full plank, just drop one knee and still do it with me. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Send those legs up. Breathe. Lifting up out of those shoulder blades. We don't want to be collapsing or anything. That's not going to work the abs the way we want them to. Stay lifted. One side should be killing by the time we get to the other side, but we will level it out, don't worry. We've got to stay nice and centered. 3, 2, and 1. All right, transitioning over into that oblique crunch. Stay nice and lifted, Give yourself a lot of tension with this one. Deep breaths. Stay nice and aligned. Zipping up throughout. 3, 2, and 1. Let's crunch and extend. Good. This feels too easy for you. Let's make sure, that you've got enough tension and that you're already starting away from your TUT trainer to give yourself the right amount of tension for this one. I like to talk a lot, so it distracts me from what I'm doing. Here we go. Stay with me. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We've got one more circuit. Take that 30-second rest. We're so close to the finish line on this side. 3 more moves. Take this moment to grab that drink, reset. Deep breaths. Halfway through our rest. If it feels good to release those quads, walk your hands back towards that TUT trainer. You can even lift your hips up to release that there. That feels great for me. Good. Release that there. We're going straight back in. Our final circuit on this side. 3, 2, and 1. Walking out, driving those knees in. Let's go. Working with that TUT trainer to get the most out of today's workout. Good. Deep breaths. Squeeze that core. Drive it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release. Readjust. Getting ready to be Spider-Woman or Spider-Man, whatever works for you today. Breathe it in. Release. Straight back into it, friends. Get up. 30 seconds. Lift those knees up and out and back. Last time we do this on this side. Drive it in. Send it out to that elbow. Elbow. Good. Remembering we can take it down to the knee if you're already too fatigued, but if you can stay with me right to the end of this move. We're already there, friends. 3, 2, and 1. Send it down. All right. Get yourself as far away as possible this time. Lift that leg up. Get ready to oblique crunch in 3, 2, and 1. Hands behind that head. Squeeze it in and out. Drive it. Let's go. Stay lifted under that body. Good. Work that twist. Again, if we just need to tap, that's fine. We'll still work the same muscle group. But if you can really go for it, this is the last time. Squeeze. Breathe. Let's go. Push. All right, friends. 3, 2, and 1. Send it back. 30 seconds off. All right. We're going to switch sides. So unclip yourself, grab a quick drink, and send it over to your other side. So now you know the movements. I'm going to stay facing the same way for you to see. Take a breath. We have another set of 3 circuits, 3 moves, 3 times, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and then we'll transition into a nice cool down. Okay, friends, that's 30 seconds up already. We're driving that knee in. Get onto that forearm plank. 3, 2, and 1. Let's make sure that we're working our body nice and evenly. Good. This first leg on this first side is gonna feel a little easier than it did last time, but that's okay. We'll be sure to fatigue it again. Good, drive it in. Lovely. 3, 2, and 1. Take that breath. Readjust. Up into a Spider-Man, Spider-Woman. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Up we go. Is it gonna time? It is. Up we go, meet me there. In and elbow, out. In, elbow, out. Stay strong, stay aligned. First side with this. New leg. Breathe into it. New oblique, I should say, not new leg. That's what we're working. Core, baby, core. Squeeze. Breathe. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Turning it round into that other side. Give yourself a bit of tension. I'm gonna walk out this way for you to see. Lifting up, shoulder over elbow, staying lifted. Hand behind our head. 3, 2, and 1. Go. Release. Squeeze. Tapping it if we need to, but staying lifted throughout. Squeeze. And up. Drive it in and extend. Now I just naturally point my toes with everything that I do, but if you want to flex it, that works too. That actually works great for those obliques. Give it a try. Give both a try. 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds off. Use this time to breathe, reset. We're doing those moves 2 more times, 3 moves each. Deep breaths. Close to that finish line. Core is going to feel nice and worked out today. 10 seconds, just breathe. Roll those wrists. If they're starting to feel a little bit tense now, just keep them nice and nimble. Deep breaths, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Forearms, push it in. Drive in that crunch and extend. Drive in, extend. Remember, if this is too difficult for us, I just want you to go nice and controlled. Pull it in and control it out. Doesn't have to be crazy, but if you can make it crazy, let's do it together. Let's feel that burn. Drag it in. Keep mobile through those shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent release. Walk back up, reset. Breathe into it. Get ready for spiders. We've got lots of hair. 3, 2, and 1. Zipping belly button up to spine. Drive it in, elbow and back. In, elbow, back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stay with me. We can always drop that knee down, drive it in to the side. Whatever you need to do today, listen to those bodies, but stay with me and work hard. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Transitioning into the second round of oblique crunches, walking away from your TUT trainer, getting nice and lifted, shoulder over elbow, and we're off. Crunch it in and release. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Working that oblique, targeting this area. Good. Don't worry if your knees click. It's always my left knee. Keep going. Stay lifted so that we target the right muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that. 30 seconds. Here we go. We have one final circuit of these abs today, and then you are done. So make sure that you give it absolutely everything with me. Hang tight, friends. TUT core for a reason. If we don't have a strong core, then, in my opinion, we don't have a strong anything. This is the foundation for our whole body right here. Deep breaths. Let's give this everything we've got. 3, 2, 1. Last side. Drive it in and out. Breathe. Squeeze. Let's go. Belly button to spine. Feel that abdominal crunch. Pull it in. 10 seconds, friends. We're doing this together. Something incredible for those bodies. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good job. Final spiders. Driving that knee in, sending it to the elbow, pushing it right back. Deep breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Forwards. Good. Grounding ourselves in that opposite side, sending that heel to the ground. Good. Hang tight. If you haven't done one at full push-up, now is the time to just challenge yourself. Good. Breathe. Stay with me, friends. Make it nice and dynamic. Push that elbows. 3, 2, and 1. All right, friends. Final move of today's exercises. Send your weight down onto that elbow. Keep lifted. We're going to crunch into that oblique. 3, 2, and 1. Breathe and out. Keep squeezing. Remembering we can tap that knee. If that feels better, just go for a slower motion. But if you can really push it with me, let's finish strong. Come on, friends. We got 10 seconds. Right to the end. Let's go. Lift, lift, lift. 3, 2, and 1. And release. Good job, everyone. Unclip yourself from your TUT trainer. The hard work is done. Okay, I'm gonna do a little cool down, go back into the yoga flow, release all of this good stuff that we've worked so well today. All right, let's get up onto those feet. Shake those legs out. They might feel a little bit like jelly after all of that to keep ourselves stable. So draw that spine in still. Take a deep breath into the sky. And release. We'll slow that heart rate right down. Breathe it in. And release. Last one. Breathe it in. And release. Into that downward dog position. We are going to push back into those heels. Pedal them out. Breathe into those hips. And then we'll send that weight forward. Drop those hips to the ground. There. Now you can untuck those back feet and just breathe into this cobra position. I want you to sway side to side and really release those abdominals. They've worked very hard today. And then we're going to tuck our feet back in and push those hips up to the sky. Pressing into those heels. We're going to just pedal that out. We're going to drop those hips one more time. Drop them down all the way. Release those toes and sway side to side. Good. Rocking forwards and backwards, releasing that core. Okay, everyone, stay nice and grounded. Push back into a child's pose. Breathe into this here. We are going to send one arm through. Let's do the right arm first. Let's breathe into that twist there. Hold it here for a breath. And switch sides. Scooping it through, breathing into that back. And release. Rolling up. Coming into a nice cross-legged position. We're going to just release those wrists. They've worked very hard for us today, keeping us nice and stable whilst we activate that core. So I just want you to lightly press down on that wrist there. Be careful not to do too much of this or anything too intense. We don't want to put too much pressure on it. We just want to release it nice and softly here. Breathe into that there. And then we'll switch sides again. Deep breaths. One more moment here before we get on with the rest of our days. and we worry about what other commitments we've got to deal with today. So just take a deep breath into the sky and release. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Coach Gigi, and I look forward to seeing you at the next workout.